Welcome to the Ange TV show. If you click this video, it's probably because there's breaking news, or you're tuning in for my daily briefing. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's 3 ways you can support the Ange TV show. Visit our merch store at the Ange TV show on Teespring and purchase merch now. Or you could send a super chat. And finally, you could become a member of this glorious channel by hitting the join button at the bottom of the video. Alright guys, enjoy the show. What's up guys? We are live. Welcome. We got Ryo Cat in the building. We got Amelia Ridgway. What's up, Night Panther Minecraft? Nice to see you, buddy. Guys, today, we're trying to solve a mystery. Okay, we're trying to dig deeper than anybody else that ever did this in humanity. Okay, about the mystery and disappearance of Elisa Lam. Now, you guys are probably asking, who is Elisa Lam? Well, me and my guest, Shannon, okay, conspiracy theory expert, are going to tell you who Elisa Lam is. And we're going to tell you about her disappearance, the background. We are going to look at the spooky, bone-chilling footage that shocked the world, okay? The footage of Elisa Lam in the elevator at the Cecil Hotel. Now, why are we doing this? Because I just finished watching the Cecil Hotel, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel on Netflix. Please go and watch it. For those of you guys that didn't watch it, guys, okay? Spoiler alert, okay? Because we're going to be talking about what happened on that Netflix series. The story of Elisa Lam. She was a Canadian from Vancouver, okay? She was a student, 21 years old, okay? What's up, Sage? And she decided to go traveling to Los Angeles, okay? So, as a student, guys, what do you think? When you're going to look for a hotel, okay, especially in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, it's really expensive, and you see a hotel, it's $300-400 a night, and you find a hotel that's $15 a night. What do you choose at the end of the day? You're a student, you don't have a lot of money, what do you choose? So, guys, let me give you a bit of background on the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel opened up in the 1920s, okay? It was originally supposed to be meant for the higher class, okay? It was a really nice, if you look at the lobby in the Cecil Hotel, it's a really nice place, okay? It was meant for rich people. However, in after the Great Depression, okay, obviously the hotel industry was going downhill, right? I mean, people weren't staying in hotels and stuff. So, the hotel quickly became a hub for homeless people, for drug addicts, for prostitutes, and other very sketchy people like serial killers, such as the Night Stalker, okay? If you don't know who the Night Stalker is, please do me a favor, go look up the Night Stalker. He was a serial killer in Los Angeles in the 1980s, and guess what? He stayed happily at the Cecil Hotel. I think it was the 15th floor, the 14th, at the top of the hotel, okay? Guys, this hotel is riddled in curses, okay? So, you guys have an introduction of what the Cecil Hotel is. Lots of murders. Literally, one of the quotes I heard about the Cecil Hotel is that it's a portal to hell. Okay, guys? So, without further ado, let's bring on conspiracy theorist, expert, and a good friend of mine, Shannon.
Hello. Hi.
Shannon is in the building, guys. I'm really excited to have you on, Shannon. Why? Because you know a thing or two about conspiracy theories, about true crime. So what's up, Shannon? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, seriously. And I came up with this yesterday because yesterday I watched the series. Guys, if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. It's called Crime Scene, The Vanishing of Elisa Lam, okay? Ryo Cat said the hotel is cursed. Yes, the hotel is cursed, guys, okay? Hey, what's up? What's up, Dion? I don't like Shannon. Whoa, what is this hate? What is this hate? Okay,
That's
anyways,
okay.
guys. So there's footage, guys. Okay, the police when Elisa Lam was supposed to leave, she was supposed to check out. Okay, when she didn't leave, okay, suspicions arised. The parents were like, what happened to my daughter, Elisa Lam?" Okay, so what did the police do? The police looked for footage, camera footage. Yes, I'm gonna mod you, Just Keep Fan. We're definitely gonna do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so the police scrambled. They scrambled around the hotel to try and find cameras in the hallways, cameras in the elevators, cameras outside. They looked for any lead or evidence to see what happened to this young girl of 21 years old. Now, guys, before I go any further, I just want to tell you something. And Shannon, I think you could actually explain this. Tell
Yeah.
us the situation in Los Angeles, okay? It could be even 7 years ago, recently. What's the story with Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles? It seems to be plagued there. So tell me about Los Angeles. Tell me about Skid Row. I don't know if you guys know what Skid Row is, but Shannon, why don't you take it away and tell everybody the situation in downtown Los Angeles?
Okay, so in Skid Row, there's an area where a lot of criminals, prostitutes, and very crazy, unstable people that hang there. They're homeless, got no place to go. Anyways, long story short, there was a creepy person who literally bit a head of a pigeon clean
Wow.
off, clean off. And I don't know if he was taking his medication or if he just broke out of a prison cell. Well, anyways, in California, it's one of the most dangerous states in America, literally, right now.
Exactly, guys. Listen, I will probably not go to LA. Oh no, I will go to LA. What am I saying? But listen, guys. I want to tell you guys something. Like, listen, this is a lesson, okay? If you're traveling, okay, don't think I'm gonna pay $50 to save money and stay in a hole in the wall where you don't know if you're gonna get home, right? At the end of the day, guys, check the reviews, okay? Check the
Yeah,
reviews. But the funny thing, Shannon, okay, is that I actually checked the reviews of the Cecil Hotel 8 years ago. I found a website that was a review of Cecil Hotel 8 years ago, and nobody mentioned any murders. Nobody mentioned anything bad. Some people said they had bad experiences, but nobody flagged the Cecil Hotel, right? Which I kind of blame the city of Los Angeles and also the
right.
states. But like, how can you keep a thing like this open? A murder hub, a drug. Listen, guys, I just want to tell you something. It became a low income housing building. Okay, so this hotel was so cheap to stay at. It was $1.50 a night. Okay, what's up, Dark Master? That people stayed there 5 years. They checked in, they paid every night, and they stayed there 5 to 6 years. Okay, and then when the new owners bought the Cecil Hotel, you couldn't kick out all the homeless people. Why? Because it became a resident for low income housing. You're not allowed to kick out people that live there, right? So um, let's get into the footage, guys. We're about to play the footage, the last known footage of Elisa Lam. Okay. Now, what is this footage? That's what you guys are asking, especially if you didn't watch the Netflix documentary. The footage, okay, is of Elisa Lam in the elevator of the Cecil Hotel, okay? And she looks really, really, really strange. That's all I'm gonna say. Dark Master, I'm gonna make you a mod. You keep changing your name, so it's tough to give you a mod all the time. So we're gonna get the video ready for you guys to go. Let me just add it to the stream here. Okay, here we go, guys. We're gonna watch the last known footage of Elisa Lam. Watch it carefully, guys. See if you notice anything strange, and let me know later. Okay, guys. Okay, let's get into it. All right, guys. So that was the footage. Shannon, were you looking at the footage very carefully?
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
was.
so we're gonna add the screen again so we could actually dissect it a bit. Okay. All I know about the footage is that she's on the fifth floor. Okay, hang on a second. All I know about the footage is that she's on the floor 5. The video was cut, then the elevator was closing, and eBay it was slowed down by 0.28 or 0.24. Yes, that's a very good input, Sage. Guys, the footage apparently, okay, was edited. Okay. We're gonna ask Shannon to explain that because I'm not too sure how it was edited, who edited it, if it's actually true it was edited, and why it was edited. And apparently it was slowed down, but I don't know the reason. Shannon, can you explain that to us about the editing of the
Yeah,
video?
yeah, sure. Apparently, a lot of people are saying on the internet that the video was, edited out. Someone was actually talking to Alyssa, but they removed themselves from the video and made
Okay.
out that it was just Alyssa, being mentally unstable. It was her bipolar disorder. She wasn't taking her meds. So they were using that as an excuse to blame her for talking to herself. And it's actually in the footage, no joke, there is a foot right next to the elevator door. But
Yeah.
whose foot is that? It wasn't connected to Alyssa's body, but who knows?
Okay. Hang on a second. So we're gonna play the footage now. We're gonna play it again. Let me just see if it's actually playing. Yeah, it is playing, right, Shannon?
Uh, it's spinning for me.
Yeah, it looks like it's spinning. Okay, hang on a second.
Yes, it's playing now. It's playing now.
Okay, it's playing now? Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta keep the screen open. Okay, so right now, what's she doing, Shannon? What's she doing? She's looking outside.
she's looking out. She got back. She's
Actually,
standing
let me
still.
let me back it up because we missed it. Okay, let's back it up from the beginning. Okay,
Yep,
all right, there we go. Okay, so the elevator opens.
yep.
She clicked
She
the
walked
button to
in.
open the elevator. She comes in. She clicks what a lot of
All of the
buttons.
all of the buttons on
She
there.
clicks
She
all
clicks,
the buttons, which means she just wants to get the hell out of there, right?
yeah.
Okay,
She backs into the corner of the elevator. She's just standing there.
yeah. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys is that when she clicked all the buttons, for the people that didn't watch the what do you call it? For the people that didn't watch it yet, okay, she clicked the button to hold the door. Okay, the last button at the bottom was to hold the door. For those of you that don't know, so she basically did it to herself. She kept the elevator open by herself, right, without even knowing it. Because, in my opinion, guys, okay, something you don't know, you guys don't know, is that she's on medication for bipolar, okay? Her family, as a matter of fact, actually said that she has episodes. So it's a fact. The hotel lobby, okay, the girl at the hotel lobby said that she was in the hallway just going back and forth and saying, oh, I hate Ellie, no, something is crazy. Ellie is crazy or something like that. I'm crazy, but so is LA or something like that. So the hotel staff noticed that she was a bit like, she was missing something up there. But the thing is, the manager of the hotel brought up a good point, okay? At what point do you say somebody's crazy? At what point do you call the cops and say that this person's insane and they're a risk to society, okay? Let's continue the footage, okay? Now she's literally going out to look, and then it looks like she's hiding like a little kid. Like, she gets back and then she stands like a little kid. Now she's going in the corner.
And she's waiting. She's waiting.
Yeah, but to me, the look on her face is something like very, very. She's in a daze. Okay, I just don't think that she's in a right mind state. She looks out again. Now, I just want to say something, okay? Because I am for the argument that her death was an accident, guys. So I'm just gonna tell you right now. Look, she's out there. Don't you think if there was a guy chasing her, don't you think he would have caught up to her now? I mean, look how much time. That's 3 minutes. Don't you think somebody would have caught up to her by now? Okay, Sage said she's acting weird. Ryocat says she's acting weird and she's touching invisible things. Now, you know what they call this? Apparently, they call this a Korean karaoke. But to me, that's just a racist theory. Apparently, they're saying if you touch a bunch of buttons in the elevator, it brings you to another portal. But that's just probably racist. You can tell that the footage is slowed down. Let me just pause this over here. Sage says you can tell that the footage is slowed down because the milliseconds are slowed down. Exactly. Yes, but I want to know something. I want to know something, Shannon. Why is the barcode, the time code, why are they covered up? I don't understand. Why did they do that?
Yeah. It looks like it's been overwritten, like it blurred out deliberately on purpose, so we can't.
Is that normal in footage that they would blur out time? Because that's very unlikely.
But if it was real footage and they want us to believe that something happened to her, they wouldn't blur out the writing. They would want us to see it, right?
Exactly, because it's important to know the time, right? With all this stuff, especially this is the last footage that you ever see of her. Now she's clicking the buttons again. She's basically, to me, she doesn't realize. Look, I think somebody that was, thinking straight would say, oh, I just put the whole door, right? Don't you think after 3 times that she touched those buttons, she would know, oh, I hit the whole door button. She's clearly not in the right mind state. Shannon, how do you argue that? You think that there was a guy chasing her or somebody was chasing her. So how do you argue what I just said?
Okay, so I think she was panicking. I think she didn't know what she was doing. She just wanted to get the hell out of there. She went to the elevator. She was pressing a bunch of buttons. She wanted to just leave. And without noticing, she pressed the wrong button, which delayed her escaping, right? That's why she's like waiting. She's like, why is the door not closing? Like, what's going on? So, but I do somewhat agree that she can be like off her meds. I don't know what's going on in that footage, but I
mean, what is she doing with her hands? Like we just saw. I'll just back it up over here at 2:18, 2:16, 2:15. Okay, right here. What is she doing with her hands? She's doing like some kind of a satanic ritual or something. I don't know. And apparently there's a psychologist that saw this that said it's very, very similar to the episodes that bipolar patients have. So, like I said, if she was talking to somebody, I mean, you'd probably see somebody. Like I don't like, okay, I understand that murderers and stuff like that are very smart and cunning, but at the end of the day, don't you think you would see somebody? And then now we don't see her for a good 10 seconds. Look at this. It's at least 10 seconds. Okay, so to be honest, I have 2 opinions. I think someone might have killed her, but at the same time, I think she might have killed herself. Okay, that's very interesting. Maybe she's clicking on the button to go upstairs now, and she's like, dance. Ryocat, I don't think she's dancing. If there's somebody running after you, I don't think you're going to dance.
And
now the elevator just closed. Okay, why did the elevator close?
It just closed in a quick second. As soon as
Exactly.
she
But I
left,
thought that when you touch the button to hold the elevator, it stays open for like a couple minutes, no?
I don't know. Something's
Okay,
not
so
right
now it
here.
just closed, and now what? She's gonna come back in? I don't remember over here. No, I don't
I
think she
think the
comes
door
back in,
opened.
right? Yeah, but did she come back in?
I cannot
Okay,
remember.
so listen, if you're
Yep.
on Shannon's side saying that she was murdered, okay, this is where you show the people that are arguing with you that she got abducted, okay? Because look at this, okay. This is the last time we see her. I'm going back. Okay, this is the last time we see her, okay. It looks like it could be she's getting pulled away, right?
Yep.
Maybe she's getting pulled away, right? You see her feet at the bottom. Now, from 2:33 all the way till the end of the video, we don't see her. Okay? So she either did two things. One, she walked up the was it a staircase, Shannon, or was it like
Yep.
a fire exit?
It was a fire exit. Yeah.
It was a fire. There's okay, guys. I want to tell you something. There's two ways to get on the roof. Okay, one is a fire exit, which is open to everybody in case of emergencies, and the other one is actually a staircase for the employees, which you need a key to open, and there's an alarm. So the alarm would have went off. Now the elevator door closes, and we don't see Elisa Lam at all, guys. Okay, this is where things get interesting, and this is where the debate opens. The door opens again. Not sure why the door opened again. Shannon, why did it open again? What's up, PB?
People. Well, there could be someone on the other side pressing the button to cause it to open, or it could be a member of
Okay,
the staff opening it.
yeah, but
That's one of the.
if the member of the staff was opening, what happened? I just modded you, PB. If the member of the staff was opening the thing, like, don't you think they would go in the elevator? Why would you just open an elevator door and not go in it? Hey, what's up? Tryhard React is in the building. Tryhard, did you watch the new documentary about Elisa Lam? That's what we're checking out, the footage of Elisa Lam, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, where is the point where the elevator just swings closed? Hang on a second.
I
Let's
think
check
that's
over
the
here.
ending.
The ending, is it this part? Because I didn't notice. I didn't notice the elevator. Like, where is it? The part?
Go to the end, but go like 30 seconds
Who
back.
is it? This that you're talking about? This is Elisa Lam, guys. She's a Canadian student who went missing. Try hard react. This girl over here, okay? She basically looks like she's insane, touching a bunch of buttons. What's up, Kristen Marie? Did you watch Elisa Lam, the disappearance of Elisa Lam at the Cecil Hotel? That's what we are looking at, ladies and gentlemen. The
Please watch
bizarre
that.
tale of a woman that she looks like somebody's coming after her. She's sticking her head out of the window. She's hiding. But at the same time, guys, I'm saying she's probably having a manic episode. Why? Because she didn't take her medication, okay? Two, she was known to have these type of episodes. Her parents actually said that they've witnessed her do these things. So my question is, why do you let somebody at 21 years old go to LA to the most dangerous hotel? Yes,
Yep.
I've been wanting to hear people's theories about her. I think she was insane. Yes, look at the way she's acting. She's
What's she
acting
doing with
like a
her
kid
feet?
at the end of the day. I mean, she's doing the square dance. She's touching a button. And I'm not trying to trivialize or degrade this at all. I'm just saying, guys, we have a problem with mental health, okay, in the world, okay? We have a problem with depression. We have a problem with bipolar. Because my theory, guys, by the way, spoiler alert, okay? My theory is that she was confused. She had a manic episode because she didn't take her medication. At the end of the video, okay, she's not seen anymore. Okay, some people will say that she got kidnapped. I just think she went up the fire exit, and basically she went on the roof. Okay, and I think at 21 years old, you go to a new city like Los Angeles. Okay, you're really excited. You want to do new things. She loved photography, and how do I know this, guys? Because she said it on Tumblr. Okay, Tumblr was her social media of choice. And she said it on Tumblr that she loved taking pictures. So I think she went on the roof. She either took pictures on the roof. Okay, it happened 8 years ago. That's right, Triad Reacts. I'm going to watch this on YouTube then. Okay, Mike Lankers, no problem. So listen, guys, she went on the roof. I think she was taking pictures of the city. It could have been that. Maybe she went on the tank and then fell in the hole. That's a bit far-fetched, I'm going to admit. But I think a better theory would be that she ran up to the roof thinking that somebody was after her, okay? And she literally looked for a place to hide. Where did she go? She went to a place where she thought that nobody would find her, which is that water tank, okay, at the top of the roof. The hatch was open. She opened the door, went in, realized what she did, probably snapped out of her manic episode when she drowned in the water tank, okay? And basically, the reason why she was naked is because she took off her clothes because she was probably freezing in there because it's cold water in there. And then she died, guys. So that's my opinion, okay? But there's a lot more to this, okay? So this is where we're going to ask Shannon to wake us up a bit, okay? Because there's a lot of things that we don't know about this. I'm going to replay the video for those of you guys that didn't see it, especially Michael Ankers, okay? What's it called? Shannon, why don't you tell us some of the facts about the case that you think is really, really off, your conspiracy theory, because I want to hear your conspiracies, Shannon.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Shannon.
so,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so when she looks out, looks like she's looking for something, or she's waiting. She backs into the corner.
Yeah.
She's doing something with her feet. Her feet goes left to right. She like jumps.
Yeah.
So she's just waiting there, and then look, she looks out again.
Yeah.
She looks
Okay,
right,
but
left.
listen, if you're saying there's somebody after her, why didn't that guy just run in the elevator?
What if he like lost her, didn't know where she was, and she just ran the opposite way, found the elevator, and then she's like, "Oh, where is this guy? Did I lose him?"
Don't you think she would be hyperventilating, screaming help, right? I got you there. Don't you think she would be screaming help, scratching the walls, doing something? You know what I mean? That doesn't look like someone that's in danger. You know what I mean?
That is a good point, but what about this? What if she's having one of her episodes while it's happening? She forgets to speak because she's in a like, I don't know, episode. She's focused on one thing, and that's getting the hell out of there. So she doesn't know how to talk, how to like react. That's why she's very slowly when she's moving. She's moving her feet left to right. She's just standing there in an elevator, like not saying anything.
Okay,
but
now, if you think that she was murdered, okay, Shannon, and that's okay, guys, you're entitled to your own opinion, okay? But if you think she was murdered, who would want to murder a 21-year-old student from Canada that came there?
A very crazy person on Skid Row who went into the
That's
hotel
a good point. That's a good point. It doesn't take much. Why isn't the elevator closing? Okay, exactly. Kristen Marie, I don't know if you watched this, but when she went in the elevator and she pushed the buttons, she pushed the whole door button without even knowing it, I guess. My argument, Kristen, is that if she was in the right mind state, don't you think she would realize that she pushed the hold the door button, right? I mean, after 2 times that you go back and push the buttons, you'd probably be, have the time to read, and see that, okay, that's the whole door button. Let me not push it. I just watched the surveillance video on YouTube. It's so weird. Guys, listen, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Royal Cat said serial killer. Well, guys, did you know that the serial killer, the Night Stalker in LA, apparently resided there? He lived over there. So, guys, it really wouldn't be uncommon. I'm going to tell you something about the Cecil Hotel, okay? The Cecil Hotel is home to rapists, murderers, drug addicts, people that have manic episodes like that every day. And when they bad trip on acid, they could kill you. Okay, by the way, viewer discretion is advised. But, guys, Skid Row, basically, okay, outside of LA, is basically it's 5 blocks of homeless people. It's 5 blocks of homeless people, drug dealers, some of the worst people in the west of the United States, guys, okay? So it wouldn't be really a far-fetched to say that one of those guys took advantage of Elisa Lam while she was there. Maybe they gave her bad drugs. I don't know. The hotel is sinister. Yes, Ryocat, the hotel is very sinister. I literally think that hotel is a gateway to hell, guys. Okay? That's how dark that place is. Please do not go to the Cecil Hotel, guys. I beg of you. Yeah, what, Shannon?
When they found her body in one of the tanks, why was her clothes off? All I'm trying to say is maybe she was sexually assaulted before she was killed. Maybe.
Okay, let me debunk that right away, okay? Guys, I'm going to tell you something, okay? Some of you guys are probably saying, you know what? A rapist, okay, would probably take advantage of her. Drug her up, bring her to her hotel room and rape her. Okay, that's a good theory. But, however, there's a couple of facts on the case that you guys might not know. Okay, first of all, they took a long time to do the autopsy. Okay, first they said they're not gonna determine the death right away. They said we're gonna take time. We're gonna wait till the tests come in. Once the tests came in, they determined that there was no DNA or any kind of fluids or bodily fluids that are foreign bodily fluids on her. So the theory that she got raped is completely out of the window because she had no bodily harm, she had no fluids in her, so she wasn't raped, guys. Okay, we can assume that she wasn't raped. It would be
Alright.
really hard to hide that she was. If she was raped, there would be some kind of evidence, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I go there, I make video about elevator. Okay,
No,
Ryo
do not
Cat.
go there.
Listen, there's a lot of YouTubers that went to LA and stayed at the Cecil Hotel. If I was in LA, I'd probably do it. Why? Because it makes a good video. But I'm not in LA, right? I know what happened. Maybe I should come on and tell you. Okay, PB the Cool thinks he knows he thinks he solved the mystery. So I'm gonna let PB the Cool on. Anybody who wants to come on and argue with us, you could definitely do so. The link is right there. Now, I want to tell you guys something. When the police, the LAPD, when they came to the hotel, okay, I think it was a week after the disappearance, right?
Yep, yeah.
When the police came to search the building, they searched the entire building, every single room in that hotel, including the roof where she was found 2 weeks later by the housekeeper who got a complaint. Like people that were staying at the hotel were complaining that there was blood, I believe, or something coming out of the sink. There was brown or blood coming out of the sink. So they complained, and then the housekeeper went to the roof to go see what the problem was in the water tank, and he noticed that she was there. Okay, so that's how she was discovered. I think I forgot to tell you guys, she was discovered in this hot water tank, which wasn't locked. We're going to get to that in a second, because I want to ask you guys whether the hotel should be responsible for her death, whether it was a murder or not, murder or accident, especially if it was an accident. I want to know, guys, should the hotel have paid damages? Should they have been responsible? Okay. Again, spoiler alert, the parents of Elisa Lam tried to sue the hotel and they lost. The judge determined they weren't negligent. But I want to know, guys, do you think the LAPD or the hotel, somebody that works there, do you think they have something to do with this thing? Okay, I want to know your opinion. PB, I dropped the link, buddy. Just make a time machine and stop all that is happening. Ryo Cat, listen, if we could do that, we would do that, trust me, and we would save Elisa Lam. Now, Shannon, there's a guy, okay, a guy that sings heavy metal music, okay, by the name of Morbid.
Yeah.
He was actually a YouTuber. And what happened to him, Shannon? Okay, something happened to him, okay? Can you explain me that, Shannon?
Yeah, so he makes a lot of, heavy metal, rock, dark music. He's like a goth. He had his own YouTube channel, and that got taken down because he said something about the hotel that Elisa died in, and there was a lot of accusations thrown towards him, saying that he was the one who killed Elisa. It's like it's his fault. Everything happened, and to this day, I actually feel for the guy because I don't think that he's capable. Like if he's got his own life, his own music, his own YouTube channel, why would he go out of his way to California, of all places, and kill a young girl who's just trying to mind her own business, just try and get on with her life?
Yeah. Listen, guys, Shannon is talking about the singer Morbid, okay? Let's see if I could grab a picture of this guy, okay? I'm going to try and find a picture for you guys. Morbid singer.
And he still gets desperate to this day.
Pablo Vergara was his name, guys. I'm not sure. I'm not going to put a footage just because of for copyright issues. But, guys, it was a heavy metal rocker, okay? He just so happened to say that. What did he say in his rap song? Something about Chinese. He mentioned Chinese. He mentioned killing people. He mentioned a lot of sinister stuff. But that's part of heavy metal, right? And what happened is that these YouTube conspiracy theorists, these YouTube sleuths, actually said, okay, that you killed Elisa Lam, and they messaged him, they threatened him. They said, Morbid, you killed Elisa Lam, you better watch out, or whatever. They threatened him. Literally, it got so bad that he got strikes on his YouTube account. His YouTube account went down. He lost everything. He lost his YouTube channel. He lost his career in music. He literally had a depression. He probably almost committed suicide. I don't even know how he's alive because he got bullied so much. But he looked very scary. Like he had blood on him. He had a black hair. He looked very, very scary. He looked like a murderer, but he wasn't. And that's the problem with YouTube sometimes. People make assumptions that could ruin someone's career and cancel them.
No evidence whatsoever.
With no evidence whatsoever, okay? And I see it happen a lot. It's very sad. Look at Jenna Marbles. Look at Shane Dawson. There's a lot of people that got canceled for no reason, honestly. Jeffree Star. all because of jealousy and stupidities.
And
But
and
PB, what's
receive
up, buddy?
Yeah, PB the cool.
Oh wait, PB, what did you say?
What's up?
What's up?
And
Okay,
receive backlash. I said receive backlash.
who received
People-
backlash?
No, the people you mentioned.
Yes, listen,
what happened?
Morbid, this guy that they thought killed Elisa Lam, people were threatening him. Okay, it was so bad that he had to delete his YouTube channel, stop making music, and hide because he was getting bullied. And now, do you think anybody apologized to Morbid for accusing him of killing Elisa Lam? Nobody. Okay, once they ruled it was an accidental death, nobody apologized to him. And there's actually 2 videos on YouTube which have his face. You could, if you type Morbid, you're gonna see there's 2 videos. And the comments are just full of, I feel bad for this guy. So listen, that theory is out the window. He didn't do it. But there's an interesting theory, PB the Cool. There is a theory, and this is a crazy coincidence, okay?
Crazy.
It's called the tuberculosis theory, okay? In 2013, there was not a pandemic, but an outbreak of tuberculosis. I don't know if you guys know what tuberculosis is. It affects the lungs, okay? It's an airborne disease. Okay, it's like worse than COVID in terms of the damage it's going to do to your body. It'll literally eat up half your lung. So, yes, PB.
Ange,
Yes,
I don't
PB.
know because I was quite young back then.
Yes, I know, but let me finish my point, okay? So, anyways, I think, okay, my theory, something that I read on the internet, but anyways, that she was sent there as a government project, okay, in order to get rid of the homeless population, because the government, they see that as a problem, right? As soon as you have a lot of homeless people outside your streets of your city of Los Angeles, okay, that becomes a housing crisis. It means, where do you put these people? You got to put them somewhere, or else they're going to keep killing and selling drugs and prostituting. So don't you think they would choose someone naive like that, send her there? They probably knew she knew too much, got rid of her, put her body in the tank, get everybody TB, right? Because people were drinking the water and everything, infect the whole Skid Row, okay? And something that's a bit more of a coincidence is that they had to test all the homeless people, and guess what the test was called? Lam Elisa, okay?
Wow.
Yes. Now, how do you freaking tell me that that's not a coincidence, okay? There's one more thing. Apparently, she worked in a TB research center, Elisa Lam, okay? So that's a bit too good to be true. But I'm not finished. There's another coincidence. Shannon, do you want to talk about the movie The Dark Water? The Hollywood movie that played 7 years before this happened. Tell us about Dark Water, Shannon.
All right, so Dark Water is literally based on Elisa Lam's death, but years prior. It's so a young girl falls into one of the tanks. I don't know. I haven't actually watched the film yet, Ange, but I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. But
I know. I want to watch Dark Water. I want to see the similarities. But guys, she was wearing the same jacket. Like, it was crazy. Like, what else were the similarities to Dark Water?
She fell into it. I think it was the same thing. She ran up the stairs, up the ladder, and then she fell back into the tanks. There was blood coming out of the taps. People were drinking from it, bathing in it, exactly like the Elisa Lam story. And yeah, that's all I know from the movie.
Exactly. Now, guys, do you think there's a possibility that she was possessed? Because think about it, guys. The manager at the hotel said that in 10 years that she worked there, over 80 people died, okay? Do you think there's a chance that it might be haunted, the Cecil Hotel? Don't forget, it's been around since 1920. There was a girl that was giving birth, I think, in the 20s or 30s, and she literally threw her baby out the window. So, there's a lot of shady stuff that happened. Murders, a lot of overdoses. Maybe every week there's an overdose. So don't you think it might be a haunted place and maybe she was possessed? That elevator, something, I get these vibes from that elevator. What do you think, Mike? Did you watch the show?
Well, I just watched the surveillance on, the video on YouTube. And, someone said about the, because everyone was saying, well, why was the outside, the door on the outside, apparently someone who watched the Netflix of it said apparently there was one of the hotel owners said there was a button on the outside of the elevator to make it stop from opening. And one of the things, I think someone's already mentioned it already, but I cannot believe that when obviously she was in the water tank, but people were complaining obviously that the what was it, the boiler pressure was low and the water obviously was full of a dead body, and it was all black, and obviously they found out, and I was like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, guys. At the end of the day, there's a lot of. I hear a siren in Michael's house or something. Like, it sounds like a police siren.
No, it's just probably on the main road.
Okay, I'm going to mute you for a bit, and we're going to continue talking. Okay, so guys, with all that in your face, you just unmuted yourself. Yes, PB. Yeah.
And
PB, you had something to say. What do you got to say about this?
I got a question for this.
No problem. What do you got to say, bro?
All right. So so how did she manage to get into the tank? And I heard that in Shane Dawson's video, she didn't. I heard that she didn't got beat up and murdered. She just fell in there in the water tanks mysteriously.
Okay. Let me talk about the water tank thing. Okay, listen. The police investigated. They went through it. By the way, I mentioned before, the police searched the entire building, including the roof, and they didn't check in the water tank. Is that weird or not? Why wouldn't they check in the water tank?
That's very exact. I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
That's a bit sus. That's a bit suspicious. Don't forget, if they didn't check the water tank, don't you think that's a good opportunity for the murderer? If there was a murderer, don't you think the murderer would put the body in the water after the fact, after they checked? Maybe that's another theory, right? But let me tell you something, guys. Like I said, the only way to get on the roof is by the fire exit ladder, okay? So let's say they did get on there, okay? To bring a body, okay, up a ladder, do you know what it takes to, okay, I understand she's light, but do you know what it is to carry a body up a ladder?
It would take a very long time.
And then it would take a lot of work, okay? And if she was dead, her body would be damaged from it, right? Especially when you die, your body becomes, your muscles retract. They don't even work anymore. Like your body is very, very stiff. It's very, very easily broken. So there would be damage on her, okay? They would have to go up, bring her up. It's just, and it's a really tight area as well. Don't you think somebody would probably see something? Guys, it's a bit off, okay? And her, knowing that she's small, she could fit through that little crack. And my point is that little hole at the top of the tank, the water tank, she probably thought it was like a good hiding place. Maybe she saw it because she was hallucinating, right? Maybe she saw it as like a treehouse, as something else. You don't know, right? And then I think when she fell in the water, she realized what happened. She snapped out of her psychosis, and then hypothermia happened. She drowned. And listen, I'm going to tell you something, okay? Let's say I'm in the water tank, okay? Let me make myself bigger. Let's say I'm in the water tank, okay? The water is up to here, right? Okay, let's say it's up to here. Let's say it's up to here, the water. This is the top of the water tank, okay? I would have to tread water in 12. I would have to float on 12 feet of water, let's say, okay? And then try to touch the hatch, open the hatch, and then try to get out. Do you really think that's possible? She probably literally tried to float and she gave up and then fell, right? So that's my opinion, guys. There's somebody else that wants to come on here. Mr. Detective. Mr. Detective. Okay, let's see what Mr. Detective has to say over here. What's up, Mr. Detective?
It's so heavy.
Hey, it's Ryocat. Okay, we have a detective in the building. Ryocat, I want to know, what happened to Elisa Lam?
Maybe she carry a dead. She's carry a muscle guy.
Okay, I want to know something, Ryocat. Do you think she was playing Korean karaoke in the elevator?
No.
Because they say that if you play Korean karaoke in the elevator, you go into another dimension.
I don't believe that.
No?
Really?
Okay, it's probably something just racist. Who is paying to say this Ange TV show? Okay, Ryocat, are you really concerned about what happened to Elisa Lam? The parents, right? You're Asian yourself, okay? What do you think the parent? What were going through the parents' head when Elisa Lam was missing and the police, the LAPD came and see her? You know, Ryocat, what happened? Like, what do you think happened? How do you think they felt, the parents, when this happened?
maybe them shock or what where I know this very
They were probably, they probably said this has got to be murder, but I think deep down inside they knew it was something to do with depression. Like they even admitted it after. But listen, nobody wants to see their daughter get die or be
yeah.
killed, whatever. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, at the end of the day, the
Ah,
YouTubers, okay, the sleuths or whatever you call them, the YouTube detectives, okay, were all so
Yeah,
obsessed with
we just hope
conspiracy, just like Shannon, and
Shannon.
they wanted their conspiracy to come real, to be true.
Mm-hmm.
And once they realized the facts, they read the facts and they looked at the case. They said, "You know what? You're right." They told the police, "Like
So
you're right." You know what I mean?
maybe,
So
maybe we
that
can make some broadcast the detective show. We have the Shannon,
yes,
we have
Ryo
the
Cat.
Michael.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, I am open to doing a true crime show. If you guys want to do that, we could do it like once a week. We look at murders and stuff like this. The unknown Malaysia flight. What happened to Malaysia flight, Ryo Cat? How does a big freaking plane with 239 people go missing?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
You don't know that? You from Malaysia,
Mm.
no?
Ange, I've actually got something
Yes.
to say real quick. You know
Yeah, no
what?
problem.
When you told me, she might be hallucinating and she thought the rooftop tanks was a bloody treehouse, so she went into it. I was like, you know what? You're right. It's probably not even a murder. I'm just like so into it and I want to know what happened. I don't want to believe everything on like YouTube says. I want to like go into it myself, find the clues. When you told
Yeah.
me that, she starts seeing things, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So I don't think it was a murder. I think it was an accidental drowning.
What's up, Mike? Mike Cardaz is in the building. Mike, did you watch the Netflix show about the vanishing of Elisa Lam? That's what we're talking about. The Canadian that went to the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. Thought it was a good idea at what, $15 a night, very cheap. Now I'm gonna say this again. For a lot of you guys are young, so when you travel, okay, don't think that just because you paid, you got a good deal that you're gonna come home alive. You know what I mean? Trust me, I've seen a lot of things in my life. Okay, I stayed at a very cheap hotel, and let me tell you, there was shit stains on the wall. People were smoking weed overnight, like you'd smell it, and
Ew.
I don't like the smell of weed. Okay, anyways, the lock on the door was ripped off. Okay, there was probably countless murders. There was literally blood on the wall. I'm just trying to tell you guys that don't think that just because you get a deal on a hotel, it's going to be safe. And trust me, you're better safe than sorry. Pay a bit more money to stay in a safe place, especially a place like downtown Los Angeles, one of the most dangerous places in the world, probably. I'm going to tell you something. In Canada, when a homeless person comes up to you, okay, and asks for money, when they put the cup at you and you say no, they don't do anything. They're not going to say, okay, I'm going to stop you. In the United States, okay, or places like Atlantic City, Los Angeles, Nashville, if you don't give money, they're literally going to, okay, they stop you, they shoot you, they throw your body in a dumpster. You know what I mean? Trust me, I've been to Atlantic City, and when I left out of the casinos on the Atlantic City Strip there, I was hounded with people, and they literally got mad at me when I said I'm not giving them money. So, guys, be careful, okay? Read reviews. If you read a lot of reviews, don't just read Expedia. Go to TripAdvisor, ask people, go Google the name of the hotel, look, research. I mean, if she would have saw that there was murders there, you think she would have stayed there? I listen. At the end of the day, I don't know Elisa Lam. I'm not her parents. All I know is that she was bipolar. She did suffer from depression. It was written on her Tumblr, guys. Okay, we know that she was struggling with depression. We know that she stopped taking her medication. We know that she could have had an episode that was very evident in that footage. So, in my opinion, in my closing argument, guys, the death of Elisa Lam was in fact a accident. Okay, she was delusional. She went into that tank thinking it was something else. Because listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. I had a depression. I did hallucinate because I was taking the wrong medication.
Yeah.
So I did hallucinate. And when you hallucinate, you literally think that somebody's after you. Let's say Michael Anchor is looking at me right now. I could see in my head, I could perceive that he's trying to run after me. No, I'm serious, guys. So what you see when you're in a hallucination is completely different than what's reality. Now, when I was in the street, right, because what happened is that I had a hallucination at my school, at my university. I ran outside because I thought somebody was chasing me. I ran downtown Montreal, okay, and I could have got hit by a car, okay? I probably wasn't looking both ways when I was crossing the street. So yes, accidental deaths happen in the world, guys, very often.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so it is possible. Shannon, do you have any closing arguments? Thank you, Michael, for coming on the panel. I'm going to remove you, and also PB. and also Mr. Detective. Okay. So, do you have any closing arguments, Shannon? You want to close the book?
All I'm going to say is I haven't heard a single peep from the owner of the hotel. Like, what is he like? Have you heard anything about him?
Exactly. We didn't hear from the owner of the hotel, but at the end of the day, what is such a high profile case? Do you think he even wants to talk? If he doesn't have to talk, why should he talk? Kristen said that would be so cool to watch. I am wondering what Ange is going to think about this. Think about what? Okay, guys, do you think I should have a true crime show once a week? We go through murders, we go through UFOs, the unknown, mysteries. You say yes, Shannon?
I would love that.
Okay, guys, can I get a consensus? Do you guys think we should do that? Because I'm looking to fill up my days. I have my calendar here. By the way, guys, our next guest is going to be Rico the Realtor. He's a real estate agent. So we're going to talk about real estate. Some of you guys maybe are buying a house soon. Probably not. But for those of you that are looking, that want to know about real estate, we're going to have a real estate agent on. We're also going to have a chef. We're going to have Martelli's Kitchen, okay, very soon. Aboy Chap wants to come in, maybe give his 2 cents. What's up, Aboy Chap? How are you?
Bro, I can't believe you're doing a live stream about the hotel, man. Like, I swear, I've been watching that trailer about like the documentary.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what is that about? Like, what's the hotel
okay,
about?
Aboy, did you watch the documentary?
Nah, I saw the trailer. Like,
okay,
I haven't watched it.
guys. Seriously, tonight, tomorrow, it's only 4 episodes, so it's around 4 hours. It's on Netflix. Watch it, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm sure tomorrow you're gonna message me and say, Ange, you're right, or Ange, you're wrong. Yes, you should. That's why I said it would be cool. Okay, so listen, I want to say something. True crime podcasts are one of the most popular podcasts right now. So that's why it's true. But and a lot of people do it. But I love this. I love this mystery thing. I love the unknown. I want to know what happened to the Malaysia flight. It's 7 years now, 7 years now that we don't know what happened to Malaysia flight MH370. It went missing. Literally 239 people, poof, vanished. Okay, now, Aboy, let me answer your question. Okay, listen, are you going to watch it? Because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Bro, spoiler, I don't care. I want to know anything about, like, bro, I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued. Hey, where are you from? Are you from LA?
Me? Nah. My dad is.
Okay, which part of the States are you from?
Nah. Wait, I'm from UK, but, like, my dad, he's American.
You're from the UK. Okay, anyways, listen, the story is about a 21-year-old Chinese Canadian girl. Okay, she's Canadian. She's from Vancouver, which is the West Coast. She decided she wanted to go on a trip because I think she wanted to explore the world, right, Shannon?
Yeah.
She was a very to herself girl. She was actually bipolar. We find that out later, but she struggled with depression. Her favorite social media was Tumblr. You could go see on Tumblr. She still has her messages there, and there's probably a bunch of replies. But anyways, she went to the Cecil Hotel. Okay, why did she go there, Aboy? Because the rate was like $14 a night, which is incredibly cheap, okay? And probably, I'm just assuming, in downtown Los Angeles, with all the Staples Center, all the events, it's probably expensive to get a hotel there. I would assume it's maybe $200 to $300 a night, right? In a 4-star hotel, right? So she decided to go to the Cecil Hotel, which is an infamous hotel. Why? Because serial killer, the Night Stalker, was able to live there for years without anybody saying anything. So that just goes to show you what type of a hotel this was. This hotel was built in the 1920s. It was meant to be for the high class. When the Great Depression hit, you know what happens? The hotel industry basically, it's what's happening now, right? You know, the hotel with the Corona, they didn't make money, so they lowered the rates. The homeless started coming in because it was like, I think in the 30s or 40s, it was $150 a night. So people would stay there, and they would stay there for 5 years. They would live there. So then when the owner sold, because it got sold a couple of times to Cecil, when it got sold, the new owner came. He couldn't kick them out because it became a low-income apartment, right? So all that to say is that it's basically infested with drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, murderers, rapists, anybody who didn't want to be seen, anybody who didn't want to give IDs. All you had to do is go there, you pay cash, and that's it. So if you were somebody on the run, if you were a murderer, a rapist, you were able to go there and not have a problem for a while, okay? So, and apparently the manager of the hotel said that in 10 years that she worked there was 80 murders. Every night there would be a murder, there would be an overdose, there would be somebody that was on drugs. So they would have a bad trip and then kill somebody. So it was a crazy place. And by the way, boy chap, outside that hotel, okay, it's called Skid Row. So there's literally 5 blocks of homeless people living in the streets, selling drugs. It's one of the biggest drug markets in the world. Selling drugs, beating people, killing people, stabbing people. Listen, this hotel is one of the most cursed. Like literally, I heard a quote. Somebody told me that place is literally a portal to hell. There's a lot of bad things that happen there. So, anyways, boy, that's basically what happened. She went missing. She was supposed to check out. She never checked out. Her parents called the police. The police did a search of the whole hotel. Couldn't find her. They checked the footage. They found footage in the elevator of her. That was the only footage they found. That's the footage that we were playing today. And in the footage, boy, she's basically just touching a bunch of buttons in the hotel, hiding in the corner, sticking her head out, sticking her head back in, going outside, flipping her hands like this, almost like a satanic ritual. A very, very weird video that shocked the world when it came out because the police put out that video public. So, and then what happened is that somehow she ended up in the water tank on the roof. That's the story. Now, was she murdered? Was it an accident? That's open to your interpretation. But the official report from the police and the toxicology report and the autopsies was that it was an accidental death. Any more questions, boy?
What the?
I know. Listen, I'm really interested in this stuff. I really like this stuff, guys. And I think we're going to do this more often. Who has a question? Raul, you're from LA. Stay away from me. Seriously, you're contaminated. Raul, where do you live in LA? Do you live close to downtown LA? Have you ever seen the Cecil Hotel?
Yeah.
You've seen the Cecil Hotel? Have you stayed there?
Nah.
Yes or nah?
No.
How come you never stayed at the Cecil Hotel? Because it's like
because
really
because it sucks.
Because it sucks. So okay, like how far away from the Cecil Hotel are you?
About 10 miles.
10 miles.
20,
Dude, leave that state. Get out of there.
Oh my God, Raul, did you ever meet any famous YouTubers in LA? Because all the famous YouTubers are there.
Yeah, I met the Ange, to be sure.
No, who did you meet? Seriously, I don't live there. Who did you meet?
Kevin King.
Yeah, okay. Kevin King doesn't live there. That's Montreal. He's not famous. Okay, listen, guys. Thank you for coming. We had a great discussion today about Elisa Lam. Listen, guys, go and do your research about this case. Let me know what you find. If you find any theories, if you pick up something on the video, let me know. We're all YouTube investigators here. We're YouTube sleuths. That's the word, sleuth. On the show, there's a bunch of YouTubers that comment on this. In 2013, there was a lot of YouTubers that gathered like this, guys, and discussed the case. So I'm going to look at other cases we could talk about. There's the American Horror Story. What's that guy's name that killed his wife and his kids there? They put him in the oil tanks. Anyways, whatever. We could talk about that. What was his name, bro?
Michael Myers.
No. What was it, Shannon? That guy's name that did that. The guy at American Horror Story. The guy that put his kids in the oil tank. What was his name?
I don't even know his name. I forgot.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I can't remember. Jeffrey what? Okay, I don't remember, guys, but that's an interesting story too. So we could definitely dig into that. Okay, thank you, Raul, for coming. Thank you, boy. I'm gonna have you off right now. We're gonna head off. Thank you for coming, buddy. So, like I said, guys, we're gonna continue these discussions. Amazing discussion, very interesting discussions. If you just came in here or you missed it, you can watch the replay. Check out the video. Let me know what you think. If it's an accident, a murder, or maybe you have another theory. Maybe it was an alien that did it, because a lot of people seem to come up with these alien theories. Let me know. All right, Shannon, thank you for coming. You were amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, I'm going to go eat now. So I'm going to say the traditional ciao, 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 and stay safe. Stay away from the Cecil Hotel. Please, for the love of God, stay away from that place. Okay, guys? I don't even know why it's still open. Okay, guys, take care. Ciao, bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.